By 2027, more than half of all crypto transactions won't be made by humans. In the last 18 months, AI agents have gone from research papers to live trading, executing swaps, managing liquidity, and earning real money without anyone pressing a button. And that is just the beginning. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how AI is about to reshape three things that affect every one of us: how money moves, how crypto operates, and how we work. It's no hype. This is the same pattern every major tech shift has followed for the last couple of centuries, and all the signals right now are lining up in a very familiar way. Before we continue, I notice many of you watch but aren't subscribed. So if you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button now to help us grow and keep making videos like this. Let's get into it. This is not a financial advice, always do your own research. November 2022, ChatGPT launches. At first, people saw it as another tech experiment. Interesting, but nothing that would change their lives. That impression didn't last long. Once people started using it for real work, something clicked. You could paste in 200 lines of broken code and it wouldn't just find the bug, it would fix it and explain what went wrong. You could dump a messy pile of nodes and it would turn them into a structured outline. You could ask it to think through a problem and it would actually reason step by step like it understood what you were asking. It wasn't polished and it wasn't human, but it was unmistakably operating at a level that signaled a shift. GPT-4 is already being used to manage large portions of customer support inside global corporations. Claude generates legal drafts that attorneys refine instead of writing them from scratch. Gemini is already being tested on medical analysis that used to require a specialist. And even with all this progress, we are still early. Let me tell you why finance is about to hit fast forward now. Wall Street already runs on algorithms. High-frequency trading has been around for 15 years now. But here's what's different now: autonomy. We're moving from systems that execute your commands to systems that make their own decisions. Let me give you some more concrete examples. Elliptic, one of the biggest blockchain analytics companies, just proved that AI copilots can compress compliance workflows by 40 to 80%. Tasks that took a team of analysts a full day now take 90 minutes. JPMorgan is testing agent systems that can monitor volatility across every major market simultaneously, rebalance portfolios in real time, and generate regulatory documents instantly. BlackRock is rebuilding its Aladdin platform, the system that oversees more than $21 trillion, with AI that doesn't just measure risk anymore. It anticipates it and adjusts positions automatically. Here's what this means for the next 5 years. By 2030, the financial world won't be defined by speed. That problem was already solved a decade ago. It will be defined by intelligence. Systems that watch, predict, act, learn, improve, and do it all 24/7 without coffee breaks or emotional trading decisions. The firms that adapt will scale faster than anything we've seen in 50 years. The firms that don't will be absorbed or they will disappear. There's no middle ground. But how does crypto tie into all this? Here's the connection most people haven't made yet. AI needs autonomy. Autonomy needs programmable money. And programmable money lives on blockchains. Follow the logic. If you want an AI agent to operate independently, to hire services, pay for compute, manage resources, it needs to control money. But no bank is going to give an AI a checking account. No traditional payment processor will let a machine authorize transactions. Crypto solves that problem instantly. An AI agent can spin up a wallet in seconds, hold assets, execute transactions, all without asking anyone's permission. This isn't theoretical. It's already happening actually. Late 2024, Coinbase released something called Based Agent, a prototype that lets anyone spin up an AI with an on-chain wallet in minutes. The agent can swap tokens, provide liquidity, manage a portfolio, run arbitrage strategies. By mid-2025, autonomous agents on Solana were generating measurable returns, real money earned by machines with zero human intervention. We're entering the first phase of machine-to-machine economics, but it does get deeper. Look at what's being built right now. Render Network, decentralized GPU power for AI training and inference. BitTensor, a machine learning economy where AI models earn rewards for providing intelligence. The Near protocol, positioning itself as an AI native execution layer. And SingularityNet, an open marketplace where anyone can buy and sell AI services. These aren't speculative projects, they are live networks with real usage. And here's the fun part. As zero-knowledge proofs evolve, we'll get AI models that can prove they executed correctly, used specific data, and didn't leak private information. That's verifiable AI. Impossible without blockchain. Crypto isn't just a tool for AI, it's becoming the infrastructure that AI requires to function autonomously. But make no mistake, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The same capabilities that make AI powerful also make it dangerous. Let me show you what keeps security researchers up at night. In 2025, researchers tested ChatGPT's web browsing capabilities. They found that hidden instructions on websites could hijack the AI's behavior, making it read emails, extract passwords, even initiate fund transfers. Traditional web security has no defense against this. It's an entirely new attack surface. Security labs have demonstrated AI systems that can scan smart contracts, identify vulnerabilities, and drain funds, all automatically with zero hesitation, faster than any human could respond. Moreover, university research showed that AI agents can be fed false memories that persist across sessions. You could manipulate an agent's behavior permanently without leaving a trace. What worries me also is that AI doesn't need to brute force your wallet. It can just persuade you to hand it over. Personalized, patient, infinitely persistent, running millions of simultaneous conversations. See, by 2030, the crypto world will need an entirely new security paradigm, one that treats AI as both a powerful tool and a potential threat. We already have heard that AI can and will affect our lives tremendously, but there's one key area that you cannot ignore. Every technological revolution disrupts labor, and you would be right to think we're on the same path. But AI is different. This time it's not about machines doing physical work, it's about software doing the thinking. Here's what's going to happen between now and 2030. Wave 1 is task compression. Report writing, data analysis, scheduling, summarizing, drafting, forecasting. These tasks are already shrinking from hours to seconds. If your job primarily involves moving information from one format to another, it's getting automated. Not in 10 years, but now. Wave 2 is what I call the co-pilot era. In law, finance, medicine, engineering, and software development, the day-to-day workflow is shifting. You outline, AI drafts. You refine, AI executes. Ultimately, you verify. The lawyer who uses AI reviews 10x more documents. The developer who uses AI ships 5x more code. The analyst who uses AI produces insights in hours instead of weeks. People who treat AI as a threat will be replaced by people who treat it as leverage. Wave 3 is when new roles emerge. 5 years ago, nobody had heard about prompt engineers, architects who design how humans and AI communicate. By 2030, more job titles will be widespread that don't exist today. Agent supervisors, the humans who oversee fleets of AI workers. Model auditors. These are specialists who verify AI decisions aren't biased or corrupted. AI supply chain managers, or simply put, the people who coordinate between different AI systems. And autonomous system ethicists. Just the name of it sounds wild, but there will be new compliance officers for the AI era. Now, speaking of labor and jobs, here's the uncomfortable truth. Earnings are going to polarize. People who work with AI multiply their output. Their value goes up. Their income follows. People who work against AI or ignore it see their output become commoditized. Their value drops, and this will be the defining story of the late 2020s. If all this sounds overwhelming, here's some perspective. This has happened before. Roughly every 80 years, civilization hits a reset point. 1780s, the Enlightenment and the birth of modern democracies, the American and French revolutions. The steam engine begins transforming production. In the 1860s, the American Civil War, the reinvention of the economy. telegraph connects the world now. In the 1940s, World War II, the post-war boom, the creation of the global industrial order we still live in, and the 2020s, the pandemic, political fragmentation, AI, clean energy, bioengineering, the birth of digital civilization. Each cycle follows the same pattern. Tension builds, old systems fail, polarization peaks, then comes 20 to 25 years of intense reinvention. We're in the early phase of the next one. AI is the engine, crypto is the operating system. Work is the organism being rewired. Understanding this pattern doesn't make the transition easier, but it does make it clearer. So, to reiterate what 2030 actually looks like in key areas. In terms of finance, treasury operations run autonomously. Regulatory compliance is real-time, not just quarterly. Global payments cost fractions of a cent and settle in seconds. AI-managed portfolios, previously available only to the ultra-wealthy, are accessible to anyone with an internet connection. The AI-first bank isn't a novelty, it is the default. 2030 crypto. Machine-to-machine economies are normal. AI agents participate in markets as economic actors, hiring other agents, paying for services, optimizing their own operations. Decentralized compute is a global utility, like electricity. Verifiable, on-chain AI systems prove their own integrity. The line between crypto and finance barely exists anymore. And, of course, work in 2030. Hybrid teams of humans and AI agents are standard. Your co-workers include both. Careers are more personalized than ever. AI tutors will help you upskill in real time. Repetitive tasks have almost vanished. What's left is high-level strategy, creative problem solving, and human connection, the things machines still cannot replicate. So, where does this leave us? And you personally? Look, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but the way I see it, the next few years are going to reward people who start paying attention now. Not experts, not people with special access, just people who are curious enough to learn how this stuff works and think about where it is heading. 5 years from now, some people will look back and say they saw this coming. Others will wish they had. That's not just about being smart, it's about whether you started paying attention. Finance is changing, crypto is maturing, the way we work is changing faster than most people realize. And if you're watching this channel, I felt I needed to open your eyes or to simply remind you once again. So, if this helped you see things a bit more clearly, let me and others know by giving this video the thumbs up. I plan on exploring more such fundamental topics, so if you're interested in more than just learning what meme coin moved 5% yesterday, then subscribe to the channel now. These will be topics that I'm trying to make sense of, and it will be easier to figure it out together. I'm Stan, thank you for watching airdrops.com. I'll see you next time. Ciao.